Hey guys, King of Trimax here. So I made one of these in about like 5 days, but there's a reason for it because I've just been kind of focusing on like analysis, and at the same time, I actually made rank 10. Like you're gonna see in this video, like holy crap! I somehow, some way, in the toughest league of them all, which is Great League, during the last stretch, I made it. And it was absolutely crazy because during this stretch, I fought some of the best players in the entire freaking world. I fought a champ, I fought a continental champion. I fought the greatest anti-master meta master that ever lived. Greater than me. I've done anti-meta, but there's someone greater out there than me, and that I had to fight them too. I've had to fight multiple really good high-level Sylph players, just absolute monsters. Where if you put them in a tank, they would probably kill each other, and then they'd jump back in the tank and try to kill each other again. That's how good everybody was. And it's only because I practiced so much with this team that I'm about to show you that's how I made rank 10. But as for my blog, I made rank 10, and I'm working on a video. I'll probably finish it tomorrow on a really in-depth video on my team. I worked on it a little bit today, but I just want to work on there's gonna be multiple parts, but mostly I just want to show like how good certain mons are, like Shiftry, Deoxys D, and Galarian Stunfisk, which I'm gonna show you on my TikTok announcement today. But first, let's look at PvP for a sec, and I'm gonna show you exactly how good my squad is, or just statistically how good it looks on paper, where factually it is pretty damn good. Alright, so I do want to use a lot, like it's just analysis-wise, but PvPoke.com, I literally broke it in. I made it the 4th best team in the world, where the 4th best team, not in the world, but like as statistically against many other teams and many others that I've simmed against most teams. I managed to break the PvPoke.com listing, which was absolutely nuts. Like, yeah, it was just absolute freaking, it was crazy. So the team I used was Shiftry Lead, which as you see here rates number 51. It's best used as a lead. Now the reason why I used it is because look at the leads that you beat and look at the leads that you lose against. You can beat these at certain ranges. The keyword is can. So you can beat them, and it's not the best mod in the world, but you can make it work. Believe me, like it can work. This team is absolutely incredible. It does a lot of work, and it can definitely cause some problems for a lot of your opponents. As you see here, the Shadow version and the original version don't have much of a difference. As you see, they both have the same key wins, except the Shadow one obviously has stronger matchups. But there's some of these are just like, yeah, like the Shadow one will lose against Deoxys D heavily just because of the counter damage will do so much damage. And the Cresselia actually beats it out because you'll get like one shot but in my opinion, you don't want a Shadow Shiftry. I haven't tried a Shadow Shiftry yet. I probably will in the future, just to have a little bit of fun. But as far as right now, regular Shiftry still takes the cake, and it's what got me to rank 10, so we're going to stick to regular Shiftry. Next is your switch, which is Deoxys defense. As you see, it's the #1 switch with Psycho Boost and Rock Slide for good reason. Oh my god, I don't care about Shiftry. For good reason. Its key wins are Registeel, Swampert, Altaria, Skarmory, and Toxicroak. With Toxicroak, if you can land a Psycho Boost, the first Psycho Boost and they don't shield it, you'll kill it. Now, as you see, it has some scary losses, Hypno, Azumarill, Alolan etc. But you can work around these. It's a fantastic safe switch, and when played properly, you can pretty much sack Deoxys defense, and you get a lot of value for sacrificing it. As a closer, we have Galarian Stunfisk, which rates at number 10. It's very powerful. Galarian Stunfisk in a position is just stupid strong. It's pretty broke. Like, as you see here, it beats most of the BBML core. And you can actually beat an Azu at a certain range. For example, if you run an Azu versus Galarian Stunfisk, if your G Stunfisk has a shield, you can win that matchup. For example, Stunfisk, Galarian, and then here's Azumarill. And if you have a shield, you actually beat it with 2 Earthquakes. As you see here, you can beat Azu with 2 Earthquakes. So as long as you have a shield, you beat it in the 1. As long as you're up a shield, you can actually beat an Azu. So it's not that bad. That's why it's just absolutely crazy just against an Azumarill. There are many instances where I have been in Azumarill with with a shield. You'll beat a Azumarill with shield, especially if they try to Hydro Pump you. Like it's just clutch. You'll win. But G7 is just so powerful, and like I said before, for like I'll start doing something. So a lot of things. So the lesson for today is Mudshot is 9 energy, or at least if you're watching this video, the Mudshot's 9 energy. So because Earthquake is 75 energy, you need, let's see, 8, 9 Mudshots. So 9 Mudshots will get you an Earthquake. So 9 times 9 is 81, and that will get you your Earthquake. So, but it gets there relatively quickly. As you see, you outpace Bubble because of turn moves. So because of that energy generation, you will outpace this poor Azu, and you will kill it in the ones. But that's your lesson for the day. Now I'm gonna show you my TikTok, just a little bit of examples, like a few shoutcasts of battles that like how I do the battles, and just an insight on the team itself. All right, so since it's been a little bit since I last like reviewed my TikTok, but as you see here, 11.5k likes. That's huge. I never expected to get 10k likes, and it's only been a little over a month. So I started this on the 21st of last month, and in 1 month I've gotten 11k likes, which makes me really happy. That means like being able to spread PvP content, because I don't see a lot of like, I think there are only 2 rank 10s that actually post on TikTok, which is me and Gemma. So because of that, you don't really have a lot of like high level gameplay. I haven't seen a lot of this isn't a jab on like any battler, but as far as like I'd say like high level, like me, like rank 10s or like highly skilled battlers, like there's only really 2 of us that are on here. So because of that, like I'm really happy to be able to like just showcase and show like what I do and just like how good it is, you know what I mean? So as you see here, I made rank 10. It was awesome. It was freaking amazing. It was a really rough, I'm not gonna lie. It was a really rough season because I actually purposely jerked around for like 750 battles. So I purposely jerked around, and somehow, some way I still made it because the team I formulated, I practiced so much with. I think I put 200 hours or more practicing with that, because every chance I had, I'd sim. So like I naturally, instinctively know like almost every scenario and situation that with that team I made can get me to rank 10. And as it done, it jumped me 270 points in the hardest league to climb in 3 days. And so factually, it's incredibly good and it's incredibly powerful. And I'm super happy that I made it this early, so I can actually enjoy GoFest. And I wish you all the best of luck on your climbs and for GoFest if you're trying to get to rank 10 or reaching your goals for Go Battle League season. Now I have a few videos here to show as far as like how this team works. This one is Shiftry versus Zapdos. Now this one you just want a straight Leaf Blade or just bait with Leaf Blade, just because Zapdos isn't very squishy, or like he isn't bulky. As you see here, like he's got my boy shielding right away because Zapdos is not a thick boy. So because he's not thick, he needs them shields. So I bait both shields. I send in Deoxys defense. Now in the no shield scenario, normally this would be bad, but all I have to do is 1 Rock Slide, and then I'm just gonna get 2 Psycho Boosts here because Psycho Boost lowers your stats. So you want to get 2, and then you want to fire both, But what I like to do is the Rock Slide, because if I do manage to land a Psycho Boost, I might be able to just kill this Azu and like get it like near dead. So I try to switch out Exile here to catch this Play Rough. It didn't work, but it's fine because this Galarian Stunfisk manages to just line up against the Zapdos, and this is perfect because it's just gonna take 1 Rock Slide to kill. What I do here is I gather more energy. This is an advanced strategy. You want to like advanced energy management. That's advanced paraskill. And this guy just flat out quick because 1 Earthquake is just gonna wreck shop and it's gonna totally knock you out. But that's basically like how you play Galarian Stunfisk. It's not the fact that the Mon stats are pretty OP, but what makes it is if it's in the hands of a really good player, Galarian Stunfisk, because it generates energy so quickly and it's so spammy, and it covers a lot. It's a monster. If you're a great player with it, then it's awesome. But that's my video 1. This was odd because that's like the first Zapdos I've ever faced in like GBL with that exact core. Like I had Reggie in the back and I faced him before and I still won, but like with that one specifically. I have a few more Premier Cup videos here, but like I'm pretty much done with Premier Cup, and I'm definitely ready for Season 3 Premier Cup. And here's the second battle I want to showcase. Now, this is against the Tap Tap team, the Fable Tap Tap team. Now, why we call it the tap tap team is because you literally have it's a Shadow Victory Bell, some safe switch, and then Bastion or something in the back. It's like it's a very minimally player skilled team. It's like it makes my eyes hurt just looking at it because this team is crap. Literally, its whole purpose is to literally just farm you down or just like fast move you down. It's a literal tap tap team. Like it's not that it takes no skill. It's just it takes very little skill to win with it. So as you see, you get the Victory Bell with Shiftry. I'm going to stay in here and double Leaf Blade. He manages to switch in, but I catch it and I foul play. That's always what you want to do with Shiftry versus Deoxys. If they throw Deoxys D into you, always throw foul play. You'll grab a shield, or you see here, you take a huge advantage because look how much damage one does. One Rock Slide takes it out. I'm going to Psycho Boost here so I can take a shield, and I do. And now I lose my D. That's fine, though. I have pancakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shield here. I send in DD. I send in my Shiftry because I figured he might Acid Spray, and I want to take a shield. Now, I don't get that. I actually get a Bastion switched into me, which is okay. I get my Leaf Blade energy, and then I send in G Stunfisk. Now, what I do here is I'm running the clock. So, as you see, the clock isn't ran yet. So, that's why I throw Rock Slide regardless of whether he baits or not. As you see, I take it out with the Earthquake. I send in another Rock Slide so I can bait that shield. I throw my switch in because my switch clock is up. I Samurai combo down, and that is GG's. But yeah, that's like you always want a Leaf Blade on Shiftry. You always want to move on Shiftry. That's basically what I'm talking about. If I wanted to dumb it down, you always want to move on Shiftry. Get a move on Shiftry and then yeet. Don't ever leave Shiftry without any energy because depending on what you're faced with, because Shiftry will always win CMP, which is called charge move priority. It's who gets to use their charge move first. If you hit it against something that's going to use a move against you, unless it's like Haunter, you'll like win and you'll take away so much energy. And as you see, I just play this really skillfully here. Get your, like, here it is, textbook over here. Get your energy, send in the G Stunfisk, run the clock by throwing a Rock Slide, take it out with the Earthquake after you gain a little more energy. And then now I have enough Rock Slide, now I have enough energy to get Rock Slide without getting Razor Leaf down. Break that, Leaf Blade, because my switch clock up, and then this is GG's. But that's basically how this team works. You see that last play with Shiftry, how I combo in? I've done that a lot. But that's after I systematically know how much against a lot of mons that how much damage Shiftry's Leaf Blades or foul plays will do. That's why you see me do that play with Deoxys defense, which is incredibly like 10,000 IQ play. If it doesn't land, what you're going to do after that is just send in Shift DD anyways. Your stars will do a decent amount of damage, and then you can just throw Rock Slides at it. But you bait a shield, you bait a shield, which is great. You take a shield, or you deal heavy damage. So you either win switch or you take a shield, which is either scenario is like really good in most scenarios. But that's how you play this team. And that's my thing for today, guys. As you see here, we made rank 10. It was a freaking horrifying journey. I'll be doing like a blog where it really goes more in depth into my experience. But Great League was a trap. I'm just like somehow, some way, I found a way to make it. And even though I really jerked around a lot, like I kept not really I complained quite a bit about like my own performance, and it's not really roasting anybody. It's like my own fault. So I own up to it. Like I made it, yeah, I did. But and yes, I definitely like worked really hard to get it. So definitely well earned. But basically, like I'm not doing this again. To where you, if I had to give advice to a new player, always go really hard, make rank 10 early, and then you can start playing around or like trying something different. Make it with your best teams that you can create, prepare for the season, get there, and you are good. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you enjoyed this blog piece since I haven't done one in a while. And then I hope you check out that video when I tell you about my 5-0 run and just exactly how powerful and how this team. I can't tell you everything how this team works because it's really a very player skill heavy team. So you really need to have millisecond decisions. You need to be fast. You need to know what you're doing. And you need to have confidence. And then you'll make rank 10. Or you can make rank 10. That's it. But as I showed here, even against all odds, in the hardest league, and you turn on hard mode, you can make rank 10. You have a good night, you guys.